So on the channel today, we are in Derry-Londonderry at Europe's biggest Halloween event and parade.
Yeah, there's going to be huge fireworks over the foil behind us. At the end of the video, we'll get to that. What a spectacular fireworks display it is. Perhaps something on a par with Disney, actually, yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
that's a good comparison.
It is a good comparison, so that tells you how seriously they take Halloween, especially in Derry, but indeed Ireland, which of course has its roots firmly attached to Halloween. This is the little bit of land where Halloween started 2,000 years ago. It all kicked off, and when you look into the roots and the traditions of Halloween, some of them are actually downright fascinating.
Well, we actually came last year, and we loved it, enjoyed it so much that we thought this year we would bring you along with us and kind of see what happens down here, and maybe you would like to come.
Yeah, the highlight is certainly the parade and the fireworks, which we'll get to, but there's a whole lot of other stuff going on down here in the capital of the Northwest throughout the Halloween week as well.
Yeah.
Well, the history of Halloween in Ireland goes back, as I mentioned earlier, 2,000 years. It was to mark the end of the harvest and the official beginning of the winter on the 1st of November. Legend has it that people would light massive bonfires to ward off the evil spirits that would appear at the end of the harvest. They would also put lanterns outside their front door. Of course, in more recent years, that became Americanized with pumpkins, but back in Ireland, even when I was a child, I remember scooping out the turnip, lighting it on Old Hallows Eve, and leaving it out on the doorstep to fend off the ghosts and the ghouls, because apparently the 31st of October is the night of the year where the line goes really thin between the living and the dead. This is the dead's opportunity to get through the gateway and haunt us all on this one night of the year. And here at Ebrington Square, just outside the Ebrington Hotel, is the fun fair. We've got a candidate for that, or two maybe. Will we go and go on some of the rides?
Show everybody your pumpkin dress. Woo!
What one do you fancy the look of?
The balloon one. The
Okay.
balloon one.
We're going to go and explore. It's £3 per ride. You pay
Small
on the ride for the small rides.
I think it's 4 for the bigger ones.
4 for the bigger ones. Okay, so we're going to go and explore the fun fair before we cross over the river to the other side, where most of the other activities happening. The fun fair down here actually has a really good selection of rides, from the teacups for the very small children over to some of the bigger rides, which are even extra scary when you come to Derry at Halloween.
Raise your hands up, let's go! Come on up and shake it!
Push safety bars out, push safety bars out, please exit to the left.
Oh, Baba.
Well, of course, there's loads of history in this place as it is. This is the walls of Derry, which I'm on right now. And if you want to find out a little bit more about those walls and some of the history, I have another video on this channel which talks more about that.
The actual city feels quite eerie and ghostly anyway, without it being Halloween.
Yeah.
Kind of like all year round, like the cobbly streets, the walls, the way it's all built up. It is quite spooky looking.
Like anywhere in Ireland, do dress for the occasion. Now we've got blue skies and sunshine now, and it's actually quite warm, isn't it?
We've had probably 4 seasons already this morning, and it's like 3
yeah,
more.
I mean, this morning it was torrential rain, downpour. There was actually flooding, but it's brightened up really nice. So the spirits must be on our side tonight. Geographically, Derry is on both sides of the River Foyle, and where the city is located, the river's pretty wide, as you can see. For people on foot, it's going to be the Peace Bridge, which opened in 2011. We're bang in the middle of the city at Guildhall Square now. This is where you're going to find lots of music, lots of street entertainers, a food and drink market here, and a whole lot more, including roaming Halloween ghostly type characters as well. This is the main hall at the Guildhall. All the kids have been on a little spooky trail around the walls of Derry and around the city centre. And at the end of that, they all get to come here and basically let off a bit of steam, have a dance. They get dosed up on sweets and chocolate and crisps and enjoy some spooky fun in the Guildhall.
Happy Halloween!
Oh, this lot are going to be rowdy, I can tell. And I'm just thinking off the back of Ed Sheeran Celestial. Have you looked up at the moon? How many times did I talk about the moon on dawn? Aiden, did you have a birthday recently? How old are you now? You're about 4 years old. Well, happy birthday for back then. Happy Halloween for today. Are you ready to dance to K-pop Demon Hunters one more time?
Well, we're just leaving the Guildhall now. It is dusk on Halloween night in Derry, and this place is getting busy now. They even turned the clock tower blood orange on Halloween night. I think the Minnie Mouse light up one cost me 13 quid. I can't be sure. I think it was 13 quid.
So worth it.
Anyway, it's not just about the kids' Halloween in Derry. As you'll see when you look around this place, the adults get into it even more. In fact, most of the fancy dress in the city on this night is the grown-ups, the ones that you would think maybe we should know better. On Halloween night, if you're hungry, you're going to come to Waterloo Place. This is where we've got our food village down here. Lots of street food options, some beverages, hot drinks, things like that, all here. So this queue looks to be for burgers and hot dogs from this butcher, Maiden City Butcher. I don't know how good these burgers are, but judging by the line outside, they must be something pretty special. We're on our way to Queen's Quay now. That's where we're going to watch the fireworks from, and it's where the parade's going to go by as well, which I'll be presenting some of. So you're going to be in charge of the camera, so check you out.
Good luck.
Yeah. You remember why when we were researching Halloween, why people wear masks?
Wear masks?
Yeah. Can you remember? Because we did read about this.
Oh, yeah. Keep the ghostly spirits away, so they're like safe scaring them.
Yeah, so
right?
This was the whole idea. It's when the ghosts returned on the 31st of October. The idea why people in Ireland wore masks and scary masks was to blend in, was to camouflage themselves from
Like the
spirits. Yeah. So the spirits would pass them by. I think.
So why do you look like you have a mask on all the time? 365 days a year?
Never mind that. The spirits must have been really stupid in that case.
God help me having to look at that.
If they didn't know, like a fake ghost or monster from
They're
themselves.
spirits.
Yeah. They're not bright then. They're a little bit light up on top, never mind anywhere else. Right, we're down this way, I think.
Oh.
Well, there's a pretty decent moon for Old Hallows Eve across the city tonight. The sky is clear. It's actually not that cold either. And you can see this beautiful Foyle Peace Bridge and the funfair. Around 85,000 people live in Derry, and for context, around 120,000 visitors are expected in this city tonight, lining these streets here very shortly for the big climax to the Halloween celebrations. So you've got people not just from the city and from across Ireland, but they come from Europe. There's people here from America. There's people here from Asia, Africa, South America, you name it. People travel down here to be here, not just for tonight, but there's the programme of events you can see for the celebrations and across the full Halloween week here. The City of Bones is a theme this year. There's hundreds of different workshops, musical events, displays and different kinds of showcases that go on right throughout this week. So it really is big business. You can't really underplay how important Halloween is to the people in this city. Even all the retailers and shops get behind Halloween for the full week, and all their window displays are all spooky themed as well. Yeah. Hence, while we're waiting for the parade, you will decide, okay? So if you want the Scarecrow to be the winner of our pop-up spontaneous, not rehearsed or discussed with anyone before we did this competition, you're going to cheer on the count of 3 if you think Scarecrow deserves the downtown, very miserable, sad, deathly type goodie bag. On the count of 1, 2, 3, cheer! Yeah! I think. Not bad. Not bad.
My loyalties lie with the stair.
All right, well, maybe Flash will have a better response to that on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. I think the Scarecrow maybe has the edge. Sorry, Flash. But we haven't heard from Derry or Joanne, the Derry Tigers fans in 1, 2, 3. Oh, lukewarm. Lukewarm. Right, but what about Rudolph, who's come to Derry early on Halloween? 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, some 40 floats with hundreds of participants taking part in this year's parade through Derry, Londonderry, for this year's City of Bones Halloween celebration. And please let's hear it for the City Dance Group.
We're from Derry.
From Derry, the small but massive sample land from Derry.
Make some noise for the Sanderson sisters and the Rainbow School of Dance tonight. Thank you for being here, guys, and thank you to our 40 floats and our hundreds of volunteers taking part in this year's festival parade.
Some noise for Crown College.
And there's skull chariots oncoming as well tonight. Welcome to the city, Uncle Fester.
On Bishop Street all week.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's recognise the work and the effort that's gone into all these incredible outfits, the music, the costumes. Please make some noise for all tonight's participants. Absolutely fantastic. This is what Halloween's all about, and this is how we do it down here. Troops of Derry-Londonderry alive tonight. And adding a bit of style and glamour to the end of our parade tonight. And you're very welcome from downtown Cool FM tonight with me, Stuart Robinson, and Ashley Coyle, ahead of tonight's spectacular fireworks extravaganza across the Foyle. Wow, look at those. So we're stuck in Derry for the night on Halloween night, well, for an hour or so.
I think we'll be sleeping with David
Oh
Coleman.
yeah, like hotel rooms, £500-600 here on Halloween night, and they sell out. Like next year's will already be sold out.
Yeah.
The Peace Bridge, which as I mentioned earlier, is one of only 3 ways and the most convenient way by foot to get across to the other side of the city. There's about 3,000 people, maybe more, all in a line to get across.
To be honest, I hope that bridge is really strong, because if not, it's gonna break.
Well,
it's crazy.
Yeah, so we are going to go up into the city for half an hour, take a quick look around, see what's going on. It's still going, even after the parade and the fireworks.
It still feels really busy around here, actually.
Yeah,
as well.
so there's a bit of the nighttime vibe comes in where the kids go home after the fireworks and the adults come out. The only thing I can really liken this to is Salem. Now, I was never in Salem at Halloween, but I was in Salem just before Halloween, and this is probably the only place out of Salem, Massachusetts, that does Halloween this way. So to get out of the chaos afterwards, we've actually gone over the Craigavon Bridge. It was about half a mile out of the way.
But actually made so much more sense. There was less people, there was no crazy pushing or shoving, and it was worth the walk. We'd have been standing for the same time in a queue anyway. So
you have to walk half a mile down that side of the embankment and half a mile back up to get to where we were at the start of the video at the funfair. The train station is just here, so it might actually be a good idea for us next year to use the train station. It's probably, well, it's closer to the Peace Bridge, there's no doubt about it, but it's about a 5-minute walk when you get off the Craigavon Bridge. They do put on extra bus and rail services as well. So the platform, I noticed, is very busy, but it might be a call next time.
Right, good night, God bless, like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell icon, ding, 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 bye.
The witching hour approaches on Halloween night in Derry-Londonderry. That was a good day, it was a long day.
What's the witching hour?
The witching hour is midnight.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that's how late it's now getting here. All the little ghosts and ghoulies and goblins, the mini ones should have gone to bed by now. Ours is just about wrecked here.
She doesn't want to be in the video anymore.
No, she's done with the day, but she enjoyed it.
She did, it was really good. It was great for everybody, adults, kids, grannies, grandads, everybody alike can come down here and have such a great time.
Yeah, you got to just factor in the crowds. That's the main thing I would say. It really is very busy, especially at the end of the night when you just want to get back to the car, you just want to get home, and you've got to kind of combat those crowds. We ended up dealing with an extra little bit of walking. I probably could have done with the exercise, but we weren't kind of banking on that, were we?
No, and my advice would be anybody with young children, definitely bring some sort of transportation, pram, buggy, anything, even if they are a little bit older, but just be prepared because you're going to do a lot of steps.
Yeah. And you will want to get out by the end of the fireworks, because even though you can stay on and the Halloween party continues into the night, we're cutting it here because we had a look at some of the bars and it looked like things were getting very, very messy down here.
Yeah, no, we've had a great day. We're exhausted. We now have a 2-hour journey to get back home. Please driving, obviously. But yeah, if you like our videos.
Oh, you're going to do this bit, are you?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, go on, big girl.
Videos, you know what to do. Subscribe. Maybe I'll talk a wee bit more in them if you do that. Yeah, like, subscribe. What else do we do?
You like, then you subscribe, and then you hit the notification bell so you never miss our videos again.
Push that button.
Thank you for watching, and thank you for celebrating Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, and there probably is no place that does Halloween quite like Derry, Londonderry, Northern Ireland. See you in the next one.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.